5 minutes. So what you'll need is a chair that doesn't collapse when you press on the back of it, and either a strap or an old belt or a rolled up kitchen towel will work. And also you want to grab some water. So let's go ahead and get started. So coming to a comfortable seat in your chair, scoot all the way back. And we're going to take the shoulders up and back, and then let them rest along the spine. And gently close your eyes. And bring attention to your breath. Maybe placing one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Feeling the rise and fall as you breathe. So just mentally putting aside that to-do list for the next 45 minutes as we focus on taking care of ourselves, taking care of our bodies, the temple of the Holy Spirit within. And begin to deepen your breath. Inhaling, filling up your lungs, expanding the chest, expanding the belly. And then exhale, release, just let that air out. Maybe even open mouth, side out. And then inhale, another deep breath. And then open mouth, exhale. And then one more time, inhale fully. And then open mouth, exhale. And then continue inhaling and exhaling with your mouth closed. Just feeling the grounding, the floor beneath your feet, the chair you're sitting on, the back that's supporting you. Maybe noticing any smells, aromas in the house or wherever you're at. And listening to the little noises in the background. So continuing to breathe. Inhale fully and exhale fully. I just want to begin our class with our intention about forgiveness. So this is a quote from a friend of mine who wrote a book just recently. It's a 40-day devotional book called Walking the Narrow Path. And in there, concerning about forgiveness, she said, "The biggest gift we can give others is our ability to forgive. Now, forgiving is not forgetting or shifting blame or saying what happened was okay. The act of forgiving frees ourselves and others. It is simply not letting the infraction that cut into you have room in your heart." And I just thought that was so good and wanted to share that with you today. So we're going to open our eyes and smile. And then we're going to exhale, lowering the chin towards the chest. And then inhale, the left ear towards the left shoulder. And then exhale, chin towards chest. And then inhale, right ear towards right shoulder. And exhale, chin towards chest. And then just continuing back and forth with the breath. Inhale to the side, exhale, center. And inhale to the side, and exhale, chin towards chest. And then when you're even on both sides, exhale, chin towards chest. And then inhale, head center. And then exhale, look over the left shoulder. And inhale, center. Exhale, look over to the right. Inhale, center. And exhale again to the left. And inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Good. So let's go ahead and take the feet up and the hands up, and we're just going to open and close the fingers and the toes, waking them up, and then circle the wrists and the ankles, first one way, then the other. And then we're going to scoot up in the chair a little bit. Make sure that you have a good stance for balance. You want the feet out slightly in front and a little wider than hip distance. And we're going to come into seated spinal circles, inhaling forward and exhale, rounding the back. And inhaling forward and exhale, rounding the back. So if you're familiar with my classes, I always start or include seated spinal circles because it's so important to move your spine in all different directions, sending that synovial fluid to all different sides of the vertebral discs. You can make your circles as big or as small as you want. And then pause in reverse direction, inhaling forward, and exhale, rounding the back. And make your circles smaller and smaller, coming back to neutral. And then sit up tall, take the fingers on the inside, just above the knees. And then inhale, and then exhale, dipping the right shoulder over toward the left. And inhale up, exhale, dip left shoulder towards the right. And inhale up, and exhale down, inhale up. So in yoga, we do movement with the breath, which is just, it's kind of real relaxing to the nervous system. And then when you're even on both sides, we're going to move on in to cat and cow. So inhale, arch the back slightly, and look slightly up. And then exhale, round the back into cat. And then inhale back into cow. So if you have osteopenia or osteoporosis, you only want to go like 50% on this. You don't want to go extreme flexion or extension. So the way it looks from the side, inhale, cow, and then exhale, cat. With the breath. So this is another one of those exercises that's so good for the back, and that everybody needs to do it every day. And this can be done, like when you're working, if you work in an office setting. Same with seated spinal circles. And then coming back to neutral. And then we're going to take the right leg over to the side and then have the left leg kind of hanging down, and then tuck that toe under So we're stretching the top of the, and just breathe into that stretch. And then on the right foot, you can flex that the toes. And then we'll go ahead and switch to the other side. So this time we're over to the left side. The right toes are tucked under, feeling a stretch on the top of the ankle. And then flex the left toes up. And then coming back to center, we're going to work on toe dexterity. And normally I don't do yoga in socks, but I have good traction here. So anyway, we're going to crawl the toes up. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. And then crawl them back. So just crawling them forward and then crawl them back. And so why do we work on toe dexterity? It helps with our balance. And it's so important. You know, toes have been crammed into shoes for so many years that we kind of lose that toe dexterity. And so working on that helps with our balance. And then take the feet over to the side like heel toe, in and out. And then one more time. All right. So then we're going to take our thumb in front of us and then focus on your thumbnail and then turn your head to the right just slightly, but keep looking at your thumb and then back and then turn it to the left. So just little movement back and forth, focusing on the thumb. We're even exercising our eyeballs today. Now, if this makes you dizzy, feel free to stop. And that goes with any pose or exercise that doesn't feel quite right. If it doesn't feel good, feel free to skip it or modify it. So now we're going to take the thumb and then move the thumb, but keep the head still. And just follow your thumb with your eyes. Helps to work on peripheral vision. And also it helps with balance. This is one of my PT exercises when I was recovering from the post-concussion syndrome. And then go ahead. And we'll, let's see, what's next? Oh yeah, bird dog. So let's see, right hand up, left leg up, and then back down. So right leg, left arm up, and then back down. Working on coordination here. So inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. So now we're going to inhale, right arm, left leg up, and then take the right elbow to the left knee. And then inhale up and exhale down. And then right leg, left arm, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale up, exhale down. And a few more times on each side with the breath. Inhaling long, exhale down. Inhale, exhale, crunch. Inhale, exhale down. So 2 more on each side. And 1 more on each side. All right. So we'll scoot to the edge of the chair. Take the feet out wide, good stance. And then inhale, reaching up to the sky. And then exhale, bend the elbows and lean forward just slightly. So your back should be straight. And take an inhale. And then exhale, fold. Again, if you have osteopenia or osteoporosis, your fold might just look like this, and that's okay. And then inhale, straighten the back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, the left arm up. Exhale, down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, down. Inhale, rolling up, one vertebrae at a time, reaching up to the side. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, front. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, front. And then exhale, cactus arms, bending the elbows, peeking at the toes. Inhale, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, down. Inhale, roll it on up, reaching up to the sky. Exhale to the left. Inhale, up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, up. And then exhale, hands, heart, center. Okay? All right, so we're going to take the strap or belt or kitchen towel, whatever you have. If you have a kitchen towel, you want to roll it up so it resembles a strap. And if you have a belt or a strap, be sure and place the buckle in your hand. And we're just going to do some arm movements, pretending like we're lassoing some cattle. I saw some Texas Longhorn cattle the other day as I was hiking. And then reverse direction. And then maybe take it to the side. And reverse direction. And then switch hands. Take it to the side. Oh, there went a Christmas ball. Oops, glad we have carpet. And, whoops. See, I'm not as coordinated on my left hand, so I need practice at this. And then reverse direction. And then down to the side. All right. So we'll put that aside for now. And we'll move into our blast-offs. So getting up and sitting down sometimes as people age, they are afraid to lean forward enough to be able to stand up successfully. And same with sitting down. So when you don't lean forward enough, it's harder to get up. Whereas if you lean forward, you have more leverage, and then stand on up. And same setting down, and I'll turn sideways. So leaning over, nice and slow and controlled, and then set down. Instead of, not leaning forward enough and just plopping down. So use those leg muscles. So blast-offs is just basically standing up, sitting down. So we're going to do, let's see, this is Joan's favorite. So if Joan's watching, we'll do about 8 today. So since we haven't done them in a while. So ready, so 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and blast off. Good. Okay, let's take a drink break. In Silver Sneakers, I'm Silver Sneaker certified, and I say we should take at least 2 to 3 drink breaks per class. So grab your water and hydrate. All right, so now we'll move on into our lunges. Lunges are so important. to stretch the psoas muscle, which attaches to the top of our hips and then goes all the way back around our spine. And so if you have tight psoas muscles, you see people that, can't take a full stride. They walk in short steps because of a short psoas muscle. So behind your chair, you want to take the left foot behind the left leg. Make sure it's stable. This isn't the most stable chair, but it'll work. And then step back on that right foot. And you don't have to step very far back. You want to make sure the hips are neutral. In other words, you don't want to arch your back and have the ribs poking out. So neutral hips. And then extend that back leg. And engage the core. And if you want to play with your balance, you can take one hand up, or maybe the other hand up. If you had any heart conditions, you'll want to do airplane arms. So you should feel a stretch right there, right in front of the top of the right leg. Continuing to breathe as we hold. And if you want more of a challenge, you can even add some dips to strengthen the legs. Inhaling up, exhaling down. It's yoga. We do everything with breath. And then go ahead and place the hands on the back of the chair and step forward just slightly. Step back on that right foot and straighten that front leg. And then hinge at the hips. So the hips should be facing towards the chair. And then lean forward, coming into pyramid pose, stretching out that left hamstring. You're going to have the hands on the back of the chair or maybe on the seat of the chair for a deeper stretch. Breathing into that nice stretch. And then go ahead and make your way nice and slow back up. Bend both knees and then step up. And before we switch to the other side, we're going to just do some toe raises. So come up on the tippy toes and back down. Strengthening those calf muscles and the toes. So you want to make sure when you do this that your ankles stay neutral, that they don't splay out. Because a lot of times people's feet splay out when they come up on their tippy toes. And then let's go ahead and switch to the other side for our lunges. Let's see. So it's the right foot front, and then step back on the left, and then neutral hips, and extend that back leg. Core is engaged, ribs aren't poking out. And if you want, you can inhale up, exhale, dip, maybe a little deeper. Just slight pulses. Continuing to breathe, maybe challenging your balance. Or airplane arms. And then go ahead, place the hands on the back of the chair. Step up a little bit with that left foot. Straighten the side bend of the knee. Don't walk your legs out. And then hinge at the hips, straight back, leaning forward. Pyramid pose. Feeling that nice stretch on that right front leg. Behind the right front leg. Breathe into that stretch. Enjoy it. It's so important to keep our hamstrings flexible so our lower back, they don't drag down on our lower back and cause lower back pain. And then go ahead and bend both knees and make your way back up. And we'll do a few more toe raises, making sure that the ankles stay straight, that they don't splay out. And we can do it to the music. I don't know if you can hear the music or not, but I guess I can turn it up a little bit. All right, so now we're going to just walk it out. And then come to the side of the chair. And we're going to place the hands on the chair. So hinge at the hips, the back should be straight. And then we'll take one leg up and pulse it up and down. So finding your balance here, making sure you have a nice strong chair if you do this. This can also be done against the wall. And then if you want to test your balance even more, you can set the left leg's up, you can take the right arm up. And then go ahead and come out of that and make your way back up. Walk to the other side and place the hands in the seat of the chair. Hinge at the hips, back is nice and straight. So you're kind of in a L shape. And then the right leg goes up. If I don't kick the staircase. And pulse. And you can do it to the music. Gotta make it fun, or it won't get done. Okay, if you want to check your balance, like if you did on the other side, you can bring that left arm up. Continuing to breathe as we balance. Strong core in this. And then go ahead, place the left hand on the chair, bring the right leg down, bend the knees slightly, and come up. All right. So let's go over to the wall. If you need a drink, feel free to grab one. So we're going to face the wall and place the hands on the wall and look at your fingers. See if you can spread those fingers out wider. Starfish hands. And then we're going to walk it on back. So the hands are shoulder height. Walk it on back. Hinge at the hip, coming into down dog against the wall. So a little micro bend in the knees, or you can bend them as much as you need. And then walk the feet. So you should feel a nice shoulder stretch. When I was recovering from post-concussion syndrome and I couldn't do regular yoga, I found that doing down dog against the wall actually feels better than doing it on the floor. Seemed to get a better stretch. And then go ahead and come back to neutral, and we're going to inhale, leaning against the wall, straightening the body, coming into plank pose. And then exhale, bending the elbows. So the eyes of the elbows, the creases of the elbows should be pointing up. And then go ahead, hug those elbows in, and exhale down. Coming into chaturanga against the wall. And then inhale back up, straightening the arms. Exhale back into down dog. And then inhale back into plank. Exhale chaturanga. Inhale plank. Exhale down dog. And we'll do about, 4 more of these. Inhale plank. Exhale lower chaturanga. Inhale plank. Exhale down dog. Inhale plank. Exhale down. Inhale plank. Exhale down dog. So I think we have, 2 more? And 1 more. Inhale plank. Exhale chaturanga. Inhale plank. Exhale down dog. And then inhale back into plank. And then walk it on up. All right. So let's work on some balance. We're going to, you can either do it on against the wall or the chair. And I don't know if you can see my feet. I'm going to point it down a little bit. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Helen. Okay, hopefully you can see my feet. So we're going to spread the toes wide on the left foot and shift the weight over to the left. And then pick up the right foot and let's circle the ankle one way, then the other. And then we're going to pretend like we have a marker in between our toes and do a figure 8, like we're drawing a figure 8 on the floor. And if you really want to test your balance, you can maybe bring your hands in prayer. Or just take it slightly off the chair or the wall. And then reverse direction on that figure 8. So while you're doing balance poses, you want to be sure and find something still to stare at. And also continue to breathe. And then go ahead and place that right foot down, shake it out, and then switch to the left. So this time, spread the toes wide on the right foot, shift the weight to the right, and then pick up the left foot, circle the ankle one way, then the other, and then coming into drawing that figure 8 on the floor with that imaginary marker between your toes. And reverse direction. This is one of my favorite songs, the Christmas song. Sung by Karen Carpenter. So go ahead and place that left foot down, shake it out. And let me see, what else did I have for standing? Oh, I think we did them all. So let's go ahead and grab a drink. Rehydrate. And we'll come over to the chair. So if you'll have to use your own judgment on this. We're doing a lizard pose using the chair. If you don't feel comfortable doing this, feel free to skip this. But it's a really good stretch if you feel comfortable doing it. So we're just simply going to place our left foot up in the chair and then take the hands on the inside of the left foot. You'll feel a nice inner thigh stretch. And just breathe into that. I like to kind of move around a little bit, to find any tight places that needs to be stretched, and then maybe hold and breathe into that. And then placing the hand on the back of the chair, sliding that left foot off, and then we'll go to the right. So the right foot up on the chair. Make sure that your standing leg is on something nice and stable. Come on the inside of the right foot. And again, you can move around a little bit. Find those tight places to release in the hip and the inner thigh. And when you find a tight spot, pause and breathe into that. Send some love down to it. And then moving nice and slow, we're going to come up out of that, placing the hand on the back of the chair, letting the right foot come down. All right, so we'll go ahead and have a seat. And grabbing the strap, or towel, or belt, we're going to, straighten the left leg. I might need to scoot back so you can see this. So straighten the left leg, and then we're going to lasso the right foot. So the strap goes under the middle of the right foot, and then bring it behind the calf. And then cross the right ankle on top of that left shin, and moving it up and down the left shin. Being sure to flex the toes on the right foot to protect the knee. And then go ahead and bring that right foot up as much as you can. And then maybe bend that left knee. So ultimately, you want to work towards bringing the right ankle above the left knee. However, if you're not there yet, it's okay just to hold it in the strap like this. So be sure and flex the toes, protect the knee. So you should feel a nice stretch on the outside of the right hip. So if you do have the ankle above the knee, be sure and set up tall. And then you can lean forward if you need a deeper stretch. And breathe into that nice stretch. So is everybody ready for Christmas? 2020 Christmas. It's like okay, let's go ahead and lean back and then straighten that left leg and let the right ankle slide down. And then switch sides. So this time, lasso that left foot. Bring the strap behind the calf. Straighten the right leg, cross the left ankle over, and slide that left ankle up and down. Flex those left toes to protect the knee as we bring it up. And then sitting up tall, maybe leaning forward slightly, feeling I've got a nice stretch going there. I seem to be a little tight this morning there. So it's important. This is your piriformis muscle. It's a short little muscle, and it's important to stretch that because it lies above the sciatic nerve. And if the piriformis muscle is tight, it's going to hurt that sciatic nerve. So most forms of sciatica can be improved by doing this exercise. If you go to PT for sciatica, they'll probably have you do this or some version of it. You can do this on the floor as well. And then go ahead and scoot back. And then straighten that right leg and allow that ankle to slide down. So we can do the next few poses either in a chair or on the floor. I'll show you both. So we're just going to move into eagle pose. So basically crossing right over left. Or if you can't do that, you can just hug the knees together. So take the arms out, bend the elbows, and then send that left arm over the right. So left elbow over the right. And you can either, again, if you can't cross, you can just press together, press the elbows together, or cross and press the hands back to back. Or the full wrap is palm to palm and tuck the toes under, and then inhaling up and exhale crunch. So what that looks like on the floor is basically you're just lying on your back, all wrapped up. And then let's see, left over right. And then inhale up and exhale crunch. So this is a great exercise to move the lymph throughout the body, which is so good to help the immune system. And then go ahead and unwrap and switch sides. Let's see, this time the right knee's on top, the left knee's on top, so the left arm's underneath. And then inhale up, exhale crunch. And then go ahead and unwrap. And we're down to Shavasana, final resting pose. So if you're on the floor, feel free to stretch out the legs. Palms are facing up. If you like, you can put your feet up on the chair if you don't have any heart or blood pressure issues. And if you're seated in the chair, you can just simply scoot back in the chair and scoot all the way back and close your eyes. And we'll just take a moment of silence during Silent Night is what's playing. So begin to bring movement back to your body, wiggling your fingers and toes. And just notice how your body feels now compared to when we first began. So if you're on the floor, you can roll over to the side. I'm not going to roll on my side because the microphone will go crazy. So roll over on your side or just remain seated with your eyes closed. And let's just take a moment of Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for today? And when you're ready, go ahead and move on into seated. And I just wanted to read again our intention for the day about forgiveness. The biggest gift we can give others is our ability to forgive. Now, forgiving is not forgetting, because personally I think only God can truly forget. Forgiving is not forgetting or shifting blame or saying what happened was okay. The act of forgetting frees ourselves and others. It is simply not letting the infraction that cut into you have room in your heart. So I hope you enjoyed the practice. Thank you for joining me. And the light in me, light or the Holy Spirit in me honors and adores the light or the Holy Spirit in you. Namaste. Y'all have a good day.